from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from
All
All right, let's stick and stay in the SEC. Two more games on our slate. We're gonna go with a top 25 action. We got Texas A&M Aggies 7-2 on the year, 6-3 against the spread, taking on Ole Miss Rebels 7-2 on the year, 5-3-1 against the spread. This line opened up in favor of A&M minus 2.5, and that line has not moved. So it's a lot of even money coming in, ladies and gentlemen. The total has moved a little bit just by a point. The total opened up at 54.5. Right now it's at 55.5. Injury reports real quick. A&M, Carper, the defensive back, he is questionable. Quarterback, Calazanda, he's probable. That's the starting quarterback. He's
A&M
probable.
Calzone,
Calzanda, whatever. But he's
Calzada.
questionable. He's questionable for this game, and defensive back Williams is questionable as well. For Ole Miss, tight end Rogers, he's questionable. Drummond is questionable for this game. He could be returning this week. And, of course, the other two top receivers, Mingo and Brown, are out. Like I said before, we were covering an Auburn game versus Mississippi State. Texas A&M is coming off a 20-3 victory against Auburn, while Mississippi is coming off a 27-14 game against Liberty, to where they had 9 offensive starters out of practice till last Thursday. So they didn't practice. A lot of their starters did not practice, and they were able to get away from the game. The game was, Liberty made it a lot closer than that, but for a
Yes,
while,
they did.
Liberty's defense, Liberty couldn't put anything on the board, but
Right.
so they made it a little competitive towards the end. Let's get to these actual factors. Texas A&M, they're 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games. The under has hit 6 out of the last 9. Texas A&M is also 15-2 straight up in the last 17 games, 5-0 against the spread in the last 5 games on the road. And they're 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games this season, 11-2 straight up in the last 13 games against an SEC conference opponent. Ole Miss, the unders hit 5 out of the last 6 games. They're 8-2 straight up in the last 10 games. The unders also hit 6 out of the last 6 games against A&M. 7-0 straight up in the last 7 games at home. The unders also hit 4 out of the last 5 games when playing at home against A&M. 4-2 straight up in the last 6 games in the month of November. And the unders also hit 4 out of the last 5 games this season for Ole Miss. So Ole Miss taking on Texas A&M. Flat top, what's your play for this?
I am going to go under. I'm going to go under because of the history. I know they've had a lot of these. I think Ole Miss is a really good offense, but Texas A&M has shown that they have a pretty solid defense. I was a little concerned with them last week. It was my lone victory was them against Auburn, cover that 4.5, which they did. And they showed me that even with a subpar, quarterback, you can get it done with a good defense. And I think that's what this is going to be. Coral is a much better quarterback. Ole Miss has a much better offense, but I think the two defenses will be the story here. And that is why I'm just going with the under 55. I just don't think between the two teams they're going to get there.
All right. So you like the under 55.5, right?
Under 55.5 official play.
Okay. All right. Marley, what's your play for this game?
What you know about them Texas boys? I'm gonna go with Coach's philosophy on this one right here. I don't think I've heard him say this all season though, but I'm gonna say it right now. Coach, you taught me this. I'm taking. Well, okay, I'll take that back.
I have said it this season.
Not completely, because I don't want to say A&M is necessary. Ole Miss is necessarily trending down, but Texas A&M is definitely trending up, and it seems like they're playing their best football right now. I like them on the money line if the quarterback plays here. The thing for Ole Miss is when they play against a good defensive team, they lose. They beat, they'll win in the shootout. They'll beat LSU, Tennessee, Arkansas. They play Auburn, who can stop a little bit on defense. They lose. They play Alabama. We expect them to lose against Alabama. But this Texas A&M defense is real. 14 points a game. I'm going with the defense here. I like Texas A&M on the money line.
All right. Flat top. You got the under. Marley, he likes A&M. I'm going with Ole Miss money line, especially if the quarterback's injured. He's been playing good, but if he's injured, then yeah, I think I found what I'm looking for. I just Ole Miss. You know, I'm feeling Ole Miss in this spot right now. Texas A&M coming off of a couple of they on a nice little 4-game win streak, but they're due a letdown. You know, they are due a letdown. This is still A&M, and if the quarterback's a little bit banged up, it's a perfect opportunity for Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss is getting healthy, especially on the offensive side of the ball. So I'm gonna ride with Ole Miss for this game. I don't know what Marley got going on in here. But I'm gonna take them money line.
Oh yeah, okay, I could have done that.
I'm gonna take the money line for this game. So that's my official play. So
check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from